What's going on, everybody? Episode number 3 of the AM/PM podcast. I'm Liam,
I'm Keegan.
and we hope you enjoy this episode. Episode number 3. Let's go.
Demolished, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not like missing like a full 24 hours without sleeping or something like that. But it's bizarre because I don't know what it is. I feel like a more I notice stuff different about my body more just because that's the kind of stuff that bothers me is when I feel like, oh, I know what my normal operating capacity is, and then when it's kind of off one way or the other, I feel like, oh, this is bizarre.
Yeah, you notice it.
I notice it.
Yeah.
And so today is I've really noticed it. I'm and last night too. But today I really noticed it, even though I got at least some sleep and I've been eating good.
Mm-hmm.
Missing falling short of that 8 hours has completely scuttled my brain for some reason.
Yeah, it's I've had some nights like that, but I started to say to myself that because there was some nights where I just wouldn't sleep at all, but I just said to myself, even if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter. If I just lay here and no matter how frustrated I get with myself, if I just lay here, I'll fall asleep eventually. And even if I don't, at least I'm resting my body and not up and about doing something. So
yeah, it's bizarre. It completely throws off your, I don't know how you did it, how you would go to go to bed and not sleep, because it just throws off your body chemistry so much.
Oh yeah.
And it makes your impulses so much harder to control. I got home, I got up this morning and I bought these Kit Kat things because they were 50% off because they went bad the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, bad. It's a pile of sugar. It's not gonna fucking rot, but I bought them, and I woke up this morning and I put them in my closet and I was like, dude, I'm starving. Man, Kit Kats are in my closet. I could just go, and I'm like, no, dude, eat an apple. What are you doing?
I used to do that with pop. It would be it would be well, especially last year, because I know I've told you a lot about how I was up for a long time, 36 hours usually.
Yeah.
And then I go to sleep, and then I do it again the following day after I went to sleep. And there's no real good reason for it. I just wanted to. But pop was my,
that was your fuel.
That was bad. Not even fuel. It was just it could be 5 o'clock in the morning. It's yeah, I want pop right now. So I just go and get a Coke Zero or something and
yeah, it's
down.
dude, it's the chemicals in your brain are yeah, man, it's just screw it, dude, complete anarchy.
Exactly.
You're not giving us sleep, so I mean, let's just fuck shit up, dude. Obviously you don't care.
Oh yeah. It's friggin' and it was bad too, because I remember there was one night where because you're craving sleep for the entire duration, so you're always just I remember it get to lunchtime and I'm like, man, I could go to bed right now and just not wake up. I could go to bed right now and I could probably sleep until the next morning. But I knew it was getting really bad because it was an ongoing thing for a month or two when I started to see things. But it wasn't like crazy LSD bullshit, but it was
no, yeah.
It was I was driving with my dad once because we had to go and do something for his work or whatever, and it was dark because it was the winter, or it was what would it have been? Well, it would have been in April, so I mean, it wasn't any darker than it is now, I guess. So it would have been 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever it was. Anyway, and it was dark out. That's all I remember. And we were coming back down our road, and I thought I saw a person. It was literally this figurine, thought it was a person, a shadow of a person. No person was there. Not even a garbage can, not even a post, not a bush. Just there was some dark shadow person that I saw off to the right. And we keep driving. and then there's another one off to the left and another one off to the right, and then that's when I was like, okay,
Dude,
I
that's
need to
great.
stop. I need to stop
Yeah,
trying to
dude,
stay up.
I would have been so scared, man.
And
Like
but they
that's
they
kind
were
of
they were just shadows, like they weren't even like
yeah.
nothing really.
They
But I
weren't
was
like
like,
actual people. It was just like
yeah,
shapes.
it was just kind of humanish, not really, just kind of like blobs of shadow. And I was like,
Dude, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that messes with me, man. Like there was one time where like I was at like the peak of my anxiety and I didn't get a lot of sleep one night and I drank like a lot of caffeinated drinks and stuff
yeah.
and I started hearing things and that messed with me. I was like, dude, I'm freaking out, man. Like I'm literally losing my mind right now. Like I
Yeah.
keep hearing like people knock on my door. Nobody's knocking on my door, dude. It was like yeah, it was trippy. But dude, that is crazy. And you were just doing that because you were like, yeah, fuck it. I don't feel like sleeping.
Well, cause it was quarantine, so it was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I was just staying up late, and
That's totally
then
screwed.
I at first I wanted to try because I've never like stayed up past like 24 hours or so. Like usually I'd tried it in the past and it's like, oh, I just fall asleep because I was like, this is pointless. But in quarantine it was like, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have any responsibilities. I don't have to do anything tomorrow.
Dude,
So I
that
just do
I
it.
don't know. That gives me the same energy as like I'm gonna try like Xanax bars just because I can, dude.
Just because
I'm
we're in
gonna
quarantine, I got no responsibilities. Yeah,
I'm
cocaine.
just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna like, let's do meth, dude. Let's get
Yeah,
fucked up.
exactly. Exactly. But
Man,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I did it.
I don't understand that. I've never had the like impulse to like purposefully like stay up super late. There was that one night I remember back there in quarantine where we you and I had stayed up. It was like 4 a.m. and
Hmm.
I was like maybe I'll stay up and watch the sunrise with you. And and then I was like hold on, I'm gonna go lay in bed and I slept until like
Yeah,
12 in the morning.
yeah. That's exactly that's that. Well, that happened to me a couple of nights when I was trying to stay up. Is I just get in bed and I'd end up falling asleep, which was probably like a good thing. So,
Yeah. I was
but
gonna say
mm,
it's crazy how like that's such like a common thing for everybody. Like I see memes about it all the time on Instagram where it's people are like, it's like you're not doing anything, you're just scrolling through your phone, but you just don't want to go to sleep. It's like why?
yeah, yeah, I know.
Because I feel like people don't feel fulfilled in their day. It's like they don't feel like they're actually doing anything with it.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't want to sleep until I feel like content with all the stuff I've done. And then you just go to the point of exhaustion.
Yeah, that could. I think. Well, actually, I don't really know because I mean, I've done it just because, and I've also done it because I've lost track of time. And then sometimes I feel like, well, actually, you bring up a good point. Like sometimes I don't feel fulfilled, like I haven't done enough in that day, so then I try to stay up later to like
Yeah.
do something else, but I end up just watching YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Like that's any more fulfilling than actually
Well,
going to sleep. So
exactly. It's like you're too tired to like functionally do anything like fulfilling. It's like I can't like watch a like educational thing or like a read a book effectively or like go outside because it's like pitch black right now.
yeah,
It's like why not just go to sleep, wake up early in the morning and do it then?
not exactly. And I mean, I'll end up like clicking on a video or scrolling through Instagram. I'll look at it. I'll look at the video for like 10 seconds, like something that I like wanted to watch because sometimes it's usually what it is. It's like, oh, I wanted to watch this. I'll watch it later, and then it comes bedtime, and it's like, oh, I'll watch it now. And then I watch like a minute of the video, and it's like, I'm tired. Next video.
Yeah. Yo, that's it. That I see. I thought something was wrong with me the other night. I was like listening to music, and it's normally songs that I love. Like I don't skip any of them,
Yeah.
and I would listen to like a minute of it. I'm like, dude, I'm not feeling this song. I want to listen to the next one. So I'd skip to the next one. I do the exact same thing, and I did that like 50 times. Shit ton of songs. I just like loop through them. I'm like, I don't feel this one. I'm like, why don't I enjoy these songs? I don't know, bro. Maybe it's because you're like, you got like bags under your eyes. You look like a fucking alien. You look like one of those grays,
just
dude.
go to sleep. That's what I've learned. Well, in quarantine taught me that especially. Just if you're feeling tired, Just go to sleep. You're not you are not missing out on anything. I
Yeah,
promise.
that's the
100%.
solution. That's like anytime you're questioning, it's like late at night, and you're like, "What do I want to do? Just go to sleep."
It's like just
You're
go to sleep.
there's nothing amazing enough that's gonna happen that is worth it. I think.
Although I did see a post recently that said I like to stay up 2 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning because I have no responsibilities and I have nobody to nobody to tell me, nobody to say anything to me. And I was like, yeah, I can see how that makes sense. Nobody's gonna bother you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Yeah,
you got whatever. You got a couple hours to chill by yourself. But I mean, does that really like? I don't know. I also kind of get mad at myself missing out on the mornings because I do enjoy the morning,
me
honestly.
too. I prefer it way more to the night.
Yeah, agreed. 100%. Especially my muffin and coffee at break. That is that is something, no joke. Like that is something I have enjoyed thoroughly about especially working.
Breakfast, yeah,
Break time, coffee and a muffin.
breakfast is like my new favorite meal. It used to be lunch. Get that shit out of here, man. That's kiddie shit. That's like elementary. Okay, I'm going to university. Breakfast is my new shit. Okay, man. Bagels, amazing. Apples with some like peanut
Is that your
butter.
favorite? What's your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite breakfast food, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to choose. My favorite, one of the favorite things like meals I used to do is I would have like clementine. I'd have a
Hmm.
clementine, a banana, and I'd have a spoonful of peanut butter.
God
So I eat the
damn.
clementine, then I'd eat the banana with the peanut butter, and that was my shit every morning. I was like,
Yep.
this is like a decent breakfast. And then I was getting a bunch of like bagels and stuff,
Hmm.
and then bagels like took over. I don't know, like they're filling.
Were you ever like a cereal guy at all or no?
Cereal, I mean, every once in a while I'll have like Rice Krispies and I'll cut up a banana into it.
Okay, that's respectable. Respectable.
Rice Krispie, I don't know what your opinion on it is, but like Rice Krispies are like one of my like they're like S tier for me. Like I love that shit. I
No, like hmm. Right now, I mean, I'm on a corn pop
oh yeah,
craze for some reason,
it's
but
kind of sus, dude.
I do have to say either like Frosted Flakes aren't bad, but
Mm.
I actually enjoy corn flakes more. And a lot of people say you're crazy because Frosted Flakes are sweet and good and whatever. And I'm like, I don't really care. Like I feel that corn flakes are more filling than Frosted Flakes, but
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know.
Not, dude. I ate too many Frosted Flakes, and I got tired of seeing fucking Tony the Tiger's stupid ass
That
face
that's
in
what
front of
happened to
me
me
every
with
morning.
that's what happened to me with Fruit Loops. Ate too many Fruit Loops.
That's the thing I hate the most about eating fucking cereal is like you're eating the cereal, and for some reason the thing I would do, I would look at the box. I would just stare at the box and eat the cereal. I wouldn't do anything else.
Like
I don't
in the
know why.
movies when
Yeah,
they're
that's literally it. I was
the
like,
kid's like sitting at the table. He's like upset at everything, and then he pours his bowl of cereal and he starts to eat it, and it's like, oh, I'm going to school now. But he
just like
sits there and looks at the box and eats the cereal. I have never done that. I have never sat,
no,
looked at the box and eat cereal. No.
nah, man. Like maybe when you were sleep deprived, you would have done it. Tony the Tiger speaking to you. Kill them all, Liam.
is that is
It's
that
great.
is that why people eat with the box in front of them?
Trying to like conjure some like
Trying to
relationship
have
with
somebody
the
to talk to. I don't know. Maybe it's more.
how
Maybe
fucking
it's better
sad is that?
taste.
Better taste just from looking
Toucan
at the
Sam
box.
stares you down as you're eating Fruit Loops. I don't know.
I, I think like Tony the Tiger. I will say I hate him the most of any of the cereal mascots. Like number one, that dude's a I fucking hate him, and the commercials are the worst. But
What about
the
what's
Lucky
it called?
Charms leprechaun, I
Lucky
hate him.
Charms Leprechaun. No, not him. What about that for the I think they were called like Sugar Crisps or something like that. They're like a bear. Like a weird I don't know if you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. It's like
no,
a weird it's like a bear. He's like really You should search it up. He
Hold on,
looks
yeah.
like, I don't know. His head is like really ovular, kinda. Well, it kind of looks like a light bulb.
Oh
But
yeah, I
he's
see
like a
his
bear.
asshole all the time. Nah, dude, I see lots of art on Instagram of him being a stoner. It,
I can see that. I can picture that.
it's like people have co-opted him for the stoner imagery. Same as like Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're saying now. Or speaking of like weird shit like that, what about the commercials for the honeycomb stuff, whatever it was? There's like I remember the really old ass commercials where like I can't remember how it goes. It was like something about like the kid and it's like bees and it's like going crazy. We should search that up sometime because I remember those commercials specifically being almost as weird as the Skittle commercials. Something about the kid was like a bee. Yeah, he was like buzzing. Oh, I remember it now. He's like eating the honeycomb freaking cereal
Dude.
and he's like buzzing and the mom is like standing behind him and she's like pouring more cereal or some shit like that. I can't
Holy
remember how
shit.
it goes, but it was oh my god.
Yeah,
Bad
it's
commercial,
weird.
really bad.
I can kind of like conjure the image in my head. Like I kind of remember what you're talking about, but I don't at the
And I
same
remember he
time.
just had he had like curly hair, but it was kind of like long. It's weird.
Dude,
Oh
yeah,
man,
no, cereal commercials are fucked.
that's true. Well, especially the new Lucky Charms. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the old Lucky Charms, Leprechaun, but the new one, holy shit! Talk about scary, bro. It's like, like you know how everybody was being like they're all upset about the was it skip the dishes or DoorDash or one of those
The
or
commercial,
Grubhub commercial, the
Grub
Grubhub commercial for it being like really flat and like shit. Yeah, it's like the exact same thing with Lucky Charms. The exact same thing. It just looks like the most consumer friendly like piece of shit. Like there's no character to the leprechaun anymore. And there's no like little jingle. It's just ass.
I like how we're getting upset over the fact that they're not. It's the bad advertising and shit.
They're ruining it, and they ruined. Well, actually, I shouldn't say this, but Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay, they used to have cool ass commercials with the bee boy, and he was like a crime stopper or whatever. And
Oh
now
yeah.
it's just like, oh, save the bees.
Oh shit, dude. Okay, shots fired at the
Shots
environmentalist.
fired at the bees.
It's hardcore, man. No, yeah, that's funny because well, that's kind of like there's kind of like I've noticed there's like been like a big revolution in like what do you call it, graphic design.
Yeah,
I've noticed like it keeps getting more and more like minimalistic. It's like Google did it, right?
yeah,
And now you see like that same kind of art style where of like people how they're drawn, or it's like the circle head with the little bump for a nose, and then like they're all lanky and long with like
yeah,
straight angles everywhere. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
is like
Well, that's
it's
like
you see it everywhere.
yeah. We've talked. I think we've talked about the Mozilla Firefox logo.
Yeah,
It went from a fox and now it's just like a circle of purple and light yellow and orange. Some shit
yeah,
like
yeah. Like what bullshit is that? The thing that agitates me the most is like the Google like apps. It's like you're trying to navigate through that shit, and it all looks the same. It's like how do I know like what's Gmail and what's Play? Like just from a glance, I can't
yeah.
like go to it. I have to.
It like aesthetically, it might look clean and like futuristic and like you know intuitive, but it's not. It's just kind
Dude,
of
I'm so tired of like the fucking like sleek, clean, futuristic look. They ruined McDonald's with that shit. Okay, can we go back to like gaudy ass fucking red and yellow color scheme everywhere, grimace and shit?
I
Like,
agree. I agree. Not the, I don't want no clean McDonald's. I want my McDonald's with grunge, bro. I want
yeah,
that goddamn like plastic shiny red nasty ass looking benches. I want to
yeah,
sit
man.
in those because that would be nostalgic.
Dude, the image, it's like I see like the counters and like in the corner underneath the counter where they can't get at it with like the mop is like it's all like grimy and black and shit.
uh,
Dude, that's
that's
exactly what it is.
that's like Subway. I mean, everything's like going that way now. Like that
Yeah.
mainstream, like flatlined, like just really minimalistic, simple looking. I don't know.
KFC's the last holdout, man.
Yeah, we should make a petition. KFC shouldn't change.
Yeah. I think if KFC's gonna change, they'd have to like stick with the white and red. Be like a nurse's office. Can you imagine? They have like the people bringing out like buckets of fucking chicken wearing a nurse's outfit.
Man, it'd be like the next Hooters or something. Kentucky
I was,
Fried Chicken, yeah, the next
I was,
Hooters.
I was thinking more in the direction of them like fucking clogging your arteries with that shit. But that's fair. I think that's like
They need to bring out like a whole like they got to bring out the saline mix and everything. They got to hook you up because you're getting some goddamn
saline smoothie.
some artery blockers.
The saline smoothie.
Saline smoothie. Man, yeah, you could just go on a whole medical. What about a medical style restaurant?
Medical.
We feed people Xanax and
I don't know about that, man.
here's your fentanyl and morphine.
Have you heard of Rax before? RAX, I
Rax.
think is what it's called.
No.
Dude, it's fucked. I watched a Vlog Brothers video about it,
Yeah.
and it was like it was a fast food chain, and they're trying to be like all it's like mature and catered to like an adult audience. And
Yeah.
so their mascot was the Rax guy, and he was just depressed, middle aged dude with a briefcase and fucking 3-piece jacket or
Yeah.
3-piece suit and everything,
Yeah.
and super monotone and boring and shit. It was like the antithesis of what a fucking mascot should be. And that shit that was back in the 90s. I think if that shit launched nowadays, it would be crazy. Like people would be all over that shit. No, back in the day, everybody wanted like the campy fucking like, whoa, grimace. Now, now people want the Rax dude because I can see some like memes about relating to being as depressed as the Rax dude. It's like, yeah, Rax dude, I want to blow
I
my
have
brains out.
I have never seen this commercial or heard of this guy, but
I think
you
it was
should
like a fast food chain in like the Midwest in the States, so no wonder.
Rax. Okay, all right, all right. All right.
Man, that's
Rax,
funny
Rax.
shit.
Oh, okay, Rax fast food with style. Is that what it says?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it.
Roast
Hold on.
beef sandwiches is based in Ohio, of course. Once a major player in the food industry. All right, interesting. That's interesting. I like that. It peaked in the 1980s. Are they even still around? We should go to Rax along with Blackbeards.
Yeah,
If we ever make a trip, we're going to Blackbeards and then we're heading right down to Ohio for Rax.
oh, you know it, man. We're going over to Estevan, Saskatchewan. We'll have to ask the owner of Blackbeards if we can record an episode in the Blackbeards. Be like, hey, do you mind if we do a live show here,
We'll do a whole like vlog
or
week
we have to
in
do it at Gibby's?
Estevan. This is our experience. Welcome to
A week,
Blackbeards. Welcome to
a,
Gibby's.
a week in Estevan,
A
dude.
week in Estevan.
You trying to get me to kill myself,
And we'll go
dude?
to the grunge ass motel.
We
All that
we
shit.
spent like 4 hours looking at, not 3 hours looking at that in Google
Easily.
Maps, and I wanted to leave.
Easily.
That was enough.
I wasn't even in Estevan and I wanted to go.
Yeah,
I wanted to leave.
What a shithole, man! Imagine just looking at a place and not wanting to be there. It's like I want to leave this place. Can you take me home?
There and oh man. Don't even. And all the reviews on like some of like these people's like shitty motels and stuff and
Yeah.
mm, honestly
And
though, I think the gem of that place was the pizza and Chinese
the
food.
Chinese, the pizza and
Pizza and
Chinese,
Chinese.
hard that.
I'm
True.
still
I think
still impressed.
I
Peach and
think
cherry.
small town. I think small town like food places, like you know, that's where it is. Small town restaurants. The
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
tiredness is kicking in. I think yeah, they probably. I think they have like the best spots. As in like in terms of like memorability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not in terms of quality, but like you go to these places and they're so dumpy and they're filled with like all the local characters. It's like that's the reason why it's memorable.
That's yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah. That's kind of like well, I remember a long time ago we went to Digby, Nova Scotia, me and my family for
Oh
like
yeah.
a it was kind of just like a day trip or whatever. And we took like the ferry uh we took the ferry back anyway, and we when we were in Digby, because we took like a road trip down and we came down and around and into Digby. And anyway, I remember there was like this really I can't I want to say it was called like it's called like Meg something like that. And it was like this like it looked local and it sounded local, and the woman there, I believe she had said that it's a local restaurant or whatever, and it's she owns it and whatever. Anyway, really great spot, and it's like one of those places you just like 100% remember. And then that's like when we went to like similar story. We went to PEI a couple years back, and the Dublin pub was, I believe, another locally owned restaurant, which was kind of like all Irish themed and like, and they had like music playing and they had really good food, and kind of like what you're saying, it's like the locally owned businesses are the ones that like you remember. Like I don't remember what I ate at McDonald's like, a couple years back. I don't remember what I ate at KFC a couple years back. I don't remember like all these big chains. Like I don't really care. But when I go to like a location like the Dublin pub, it's like, yeah, that's a place I want to go back to. That's why I like PEI. That's why I want to go back
Yeah,
there.
dude.
That's why I want to have their food. So I think that local businesses can kind of make a location what it is.
Yeah, man. It's the local places that make you remember the spicy ass fucking burgers or gravy that make you shit your guts out afterwards. Just demolish the
In
bathrooms.
some cases, yes.
Those that dude, they're every single time. It's every single time I've eaten out and like had to like desperately use the washroom. It's never been a fast food place. It has always been like the like a locally owned fucking restaurant. Those places they it's like the Wild West. You flip a coin. It's
When you
like you
go
know
in the
what you're getting
washroom,
into with yeah, yeah, you know what you're getting into with like a fast food joint, right? It's like I'm getting like the same baseline kind of deal, right?
yeah.
But those places, man, it's like that is the Wild West. Okay, the amount of variation and potential damage. It's like you're putting your guts in the trust of someone else.
That actually, that's like you flip a coin when you get gas station samosas or
Yeah,
gas
you're
station
driving.
anything that is made by the gas station.
I was gonna say, and then that's when you're like driving. You're halfway down the highway, like 30 kilometers away from the next gas station. You just hear, you're like, oh shit, dude.
Oh, well, at first you hear your guts rolling, and then you're like, okay, I gotta
Yeah,
go to bathroom soon, and then you hear the crack of the seal. Once you hear the seal break, that's when you're in trouble, because you better be within a kilometer of a bathroom, or else you're about to shit yourself.
you instantly turned into fucking like one of those BMWs just fucking hauling ass down the highway, like dodging all the cars. It's just like, get out of my way.
All of a
Windows
sudden, you
fully
find
rolled
yourself on the Autobahn. You're going like 200.
down, tears in your eyes because it smells so bad. You're like, I can't see. I can't see.
All the windows are rolled down.
At some point, you've already shit your pants and you're just driving there because it's like the only thing that you know to do. You can think to do right now. It's just like, dude, I can't.
And then you gotta swallow your pride and just
Yeah,
deal
you
with
gotta
it.
just accept it. It's like
Hopefully your seats are leather. You know, I would hate to have. I bet that would be so bad if you had like, the like seats that
the
are
the
cloth. I was gonna say seats that aren't leather. What is the word? Cloth
dude.
seats. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I think it's cloth. It's
shit
like
on
a
cloth.
weird sponge. It's a weird sponge material.
Shit
You
on
have to
cloth.
you have to throw the whole fucking car away at that point, man.
Pretty much, unless you want
I-
like I'd just replace the whole seat. But I mean, the smell is probably entrenched in the entire car at that point. So
like, yeah, it's the I think it would be the same as like a smoker's car.
yeah, but forget smoking in it for like a year. Just one shit. One shit is all it takes.
One fat dumpy and it's over, man. That
It
car needs
is.
to go to the fucking junkyard.
I don't even think the junkyard would take it after. Man, like especially if it's like real bad, like if it was a real bad samosa and people always talk. I've never had Taco Bell.
Yeah,
You know
me
that I've
neither.
never had Taco Bell, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you take
That's what we
mad
need
shit
to
after you eat a Taco
do.
Bell." I'm
That's
like,
what we need
I've
to do.
never experienced a legendary shit from Taco Bell because everybody says that they are some like top tier shits.
Dude, you
You're,
and I, that's what we got to do. We got to go to Taco Bell next time
Next time we're in
we're
Estevan.
together. Yeah, next time when we're in Esteban. No, yeah, when I get back, like we're going straight to a Taco Bell, you and I, and
All
we're
right,
getting like
okay.
we'll have to look up like what the most stomach demolishing thing is on the menu.
We'll have to bring Nick on that experience.
Oh, of course. Like we could. I mean, if we're gonna do it this way, then we might as well bring everyone.
That's true. Everybody should come and experience
And
Taco Bell.
get the full squad going. Jake would probably know. Jake would like, he's got the guts for it though.
Jake, yeah, Jake, Jake,
It's my,
Jake's been like everywhere, like in the city. Like you
yeah,
tell Jake, or I should say not everywhere, but a restaurant. You tell Jake about a restaurant, he'll tell you the lowdown. I don't even think actually I can't even say that. I don't even think Jake's been everywhere. I think just DoorDash has shown up so many times at his house. Not from only his own doing, but because of Zach and because of Dylan. Just the amount of DoorDash that has entered that house, I guarantee it's been from every restaurant.
yeah, probably. I didn't know that they were like getting hooked up with the DoorDash, dude. The
I
delivery
think they
guy.
use Skip. We use DoorDash because we can't get Skip where we live.
I haven't even used either. I didn't know that they actually had the service in town.
Man, Jesus Christ, I love DoorDash and shit. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're lazy," but I'm like,
No, dude.
it's not really any different. Like get in your car, sit on your ass, press a couple pedals and you're there. You walk in, you pick it up, like there's no
Dude.
difference.
I heard it's expensive though. Is it like
um your first 30 days is free with DoorDash. I can't remember, Skip's probably the same. But I
so
think
if
it's
you just keep
like
making new accounts?
probably. That's what I used to do with 30-day free trials when I was like
Yeah,
thought I was
I
a
still do it.
fucking hacker or some shit. Like, oh, another email. Oh, I have like 10 emails all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
dude. On Gmail before you had to like link your phone number. You
Yeah,
just make
exactly.
different Gmail accounts.
Exactly. You have like 50 Gmails and then everybody asks you, "Oh, what's your email?" It's like,
Yeah,
that's a
man.
good question. Which one am I using currently?"
But I see there's pros and cons because I don't know if I'm gonna be like paying for something that's gonna like absolutely make me shit my guts out. I don't know if I want to pay like even more to be punished. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
feel
I
like part of the
suppose.
payment is the demolition I'm going to be doing
I
to the
think you
bathroom.
pay a premium to use your own bathroom. That's the real reason why you pay more for delivery from fast food.
They're like they pull up to the restaurant and they're like, "Oh shit, okay, your order just got up. It's gonna be $67.88 instead of the regular 30." It's like what the fuck, dude? It's like a premium.
Like, man, we got 4 people who are about to
We're doing
literally
you a
nuke
service.
this bathroom. I'm telling you right now, sir, pay the extra 30.
Yeah. No, dude, it's like no, dude, we're doing you a service, man. If you ate this shit out here, you wouldn't have made it home. You would have been hunched over some toilet in like the fucking dingiest gas station in
you
town.
you you call in your order, they're like, yeah, you probably want it delivered. That's the recommended option.
Yeah, probably. For some restaurants, it's like, are you ordering? Oh yeah, do you want that delivered? Like we suggest that.
They're like, oh, not because of COVID.
just just because like we have like the greasiest, most like stomach churning shit.
Should open a restaurant just to do that. For
Make stuff that
yeah,
like,
just for people to call in and be like, yeah, you're gonna want that delivered.
I can imagine them saying it too. It's just like, yeah, you're gonna want that one delivered, man.
I mean, you could come here. The entire restaurant's just like bathrooms. You gotta
It's
pay
like
though.
all
You gotta
small,
pay to go in the bathroom.
steamed.
It's like you pay to get on the city bus. You know, you pay your $2 and you're on for the ride. That would be the restaurant. You
Man,
you buy your
you
food, you put the $2 in, and you get to use the bathroom.
you ever just had to go so bad that you just like go to like Skid Row if you had to?
Uh, a couple of times when I was working at the school last summer, I had pizza for lunch, and the bathroom there was god awful. There was like no lock on the stall. There was basically like and the seat was really low because it was like a school for little kids. So it was
Oh yeah,
like the toilet was like fucking small. Like I don't even like a bowl would like a average bowl like be about as big as that toilet. Maybe a little bigger. Maybe like a salad bowl is about how
yeah,
big that toilet was. Anyway, so yeah, and I had to take a mad shit. Like I couldn't hold it anymore. Because I
yeah.
used to be that weird guy that would hold his shit until the end of the day because I didn't want to use the public bathroom.
Come out like
Anyway, when you start working, you kind of have to get over that because you're no longer sitting, like you're moving around. So yeah, I had to go in that little salad bowl, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't that
no.
great because your knees are like my knees were probably just under my nipples. I want to say like I was like crouched down there, man. It was bad. And then not only that, but like I mean, I guess it was nice because it was kind of spacious at least. Like the stall was like the stall was like
You
bigger.
were you
But
were in
the
this.
best part, this is the best part, okay? On one of the stall walls, actually on two of the stall walls, one when you walk in, one when you're sitting down and looking, it's how to take off your pants and your underwear, sit down, shit, flush the toilet, and wipe your ass.
You need a guide.
The kids, man, they need a guide. And I honestly think all all washrooms need these signs because especially in high school, because when you have people
Oh God, dude.
throwing their shit on the walls, they need to know how to take a shit properly. And there's a proper way to do it,
Yeah.
and 100% that needs to be mandated into all washrooms.
Yeah, dude. Proper weight. You straddle the toilet, like I standing, and you use your hands to spread your cheeks,
And you
and
you just
and
let
you
her
try to aim
drop.
it. It's like yeah, they call it the you're dropping a bomb, dude.
I
For a
call
reason.
this one the Sar Bomba.
The bigger the mushroom cloud, the bigger the splash, the better you done.
I
Nah, man,
agree. I
I've had some
agree.
bad experiences with like tiny bathrooms at my old school.
Yeah.
There, it was like a middle school and a high school in one, and so in the lobby, the bathrooms were like sized for like both. And so there's
Oh,
one
fuck.
stall where it was a little kid's toilet, and there's one stall where it's like big boy, big
Yeah.
boy toilet.
Yeah.
Anyway, one day I ended up getting stuck with the little boy toilet, and it was a disaster. It like it it's I hate the fact because it's like your balls dip into the water, dude.
I've never had a ball dipping experience.
I don't know if you've just never experienced a bowl that shallow,
No.
but it is terrible, man. Like knowing it's like I was like, dude, am I gonna have to like scrub? I'm gonna have to like bleach my sack after this, man. I don't want an infection from whatever like people have been using this shit, especially around here, man.
Maybe you're just more of a man than me because maybe your balls just hang lower than mine.
I don't know
Because
how
I
much
have never experienced a toilet like that. Not even the one at that elementary school.
really you've never experienced just like your balls like not even like fully
No.
dipped, just kind of like graze the surface.
No, I've never had my nuts graze.
It's like literal teabagging.
I mean, well, are you sure it was weird or like maybe you kind of liked it? Like it was kind of like it was kind of like a cooling sensation on your nuts.
Maybe on like a hot day, but it was the middle of the winter, and then like
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then yeah, not cool.
yeah, not cool at all, dude.
How
That's like
about this? How about this actually? Speaking of water and nuts, when you take a shit and you get splashback, yes or no? What's your thoughts on that?
no, dude. It's
No, you
besides
don't like splashback?
no, I hate splashback, dude. Backwash is the worst. Okay, let me tell you, that shit. That's poop water, dude. That's
Okay.
poop
All
water
right, that's
that
fair.
is
What about
touching
like
your skin, and you don't sanitize that properly afterwards either.
that's
It's
okay.
like you can't like stick your ass in the sink.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I suppose. Maybe I'll change my views. The only thing I
You like
can
it,
say about splashback is it's nice because it does in fact clean your ass. I'm just saying
dude.
right now, bidets work. Okay?
we got a,
Bidets work.
we got a disciple of Neptune over here. My guy.
I will one day own a toilet with a bidet
No, I think those are probably more environmentally friendly too.
because I'm telling you right now, and it doesn't take much water. Like I've had
Yeah.
splashbacks where like I think I'm not having a ghost shit, and then I go ahead, wipe my ass, and it's like, did I have a ghost shit or was it the splashback?
It's classic. See, yeah, but that's the thing is like I want to feel like I'm saving the environment while I'm like just taking a dump. You know what
Good
I mean?
point. Yeah, not using as much
Like,
paper,
see,
and it probably doesn't use as much water either. Honestly,
yeah, I don't think it uses as much as you think. And I mean, it's a renewable resource, water anyway. You just sanitize it and pump it back through.
true enough. I mean, Bear Grylls has done it many times, so I think
There you
water
go.
is definitely a renewable resource.
So yeah, there you go. I say yes to drinking our poopy water.
Drinking poo poo pee pee water sounds good to me. Yep, I can put a check mark next to it with my name.
Man.
100% confirmed. 100%.
Oh, man. Have you okay, I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
really quickly bring up
change gears if you want because
I don't know what
I
we're
mean
gonna
poo
title
poo
this
and pee
episode,
pee's funny, but I can't talk about poo poo and pee pee for a long time.
dude. I don't know what we're gonna title this episode, dude.
Poo
At
poo
least
pee
half
pee.
of it has been PP. I just wanted to say, have you heard about the dude who the UFC guy? Today he dropped like a big statement about how like the UFC is gonna like track him down and kill him.
What?
He's friends with Fabia
I have not.
Sanchez. His name's Diego Sanchez or something.
Oh, Diego Sanchez. No, I haven't. I haven't heard about this.
He fears for his life after exposing the UFC. Uh, I don't. I like. I saw this. He's like talking about how like there's evil people inside the corporation who are gonna like kill him because he exposed them. I don't know what he exposed them about, but I was just wondering if like you heard of that or saw it.
No.
Here, look it up.
His
Here, I'll send you
promoter of 16 years could have killed him for speaking out against promotion.
against promotion. They're gonna send him to
Um,
Fight Island, dude. They're gonna send him for a fight to the death on Fight Island.
conspiring against him and his longtime coach, Josh Fabia. Talking about almost uninterrupted for more than 40 minutes. This is from some MMAfighting.com.
Dude, those are the best. It's like shitty old blogs.
He's certified he wasn't suffering any short-term or long-term medical issues, particularly regarding his neurological health. I want to bet this man's been fighting since 2002.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
I don't
know.
think no fighter is gonna convince me that they're like completely sound of mind.
Like my
They're
guy, football players get CTE. Like think about fighters; they knock each other out for a living. Like
yeah, like football players aren't even like purposefully trying to like
to hit each other in the
fuck each
head.
other up.
So
These guys are actually going for the knockout.
I I have not heard about this. I'm gonna have to look into this a little. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
please do, because I've I've been relying on you as like my hookup for
For
UFC
MMA shit. Yeah.
MMA shit. Yeah,
The only thing I have heard of is George St. Pierre, Canadian MMA fighter, UFC Hall of Famer, talk shit about Khabib Nurmagomedov because Dana White was like, oh yeah, they should fight because they're like both Hall of Famers, they're both like crazy good. Anyway, and like it could happen. I don't know. I don't think Khabib will fight, but that was the biggest news story in MMA that I've heard as of today.
Recently.
Yeah.
Didn't Khabib retire?
Yeah, he did after his dad died. He did like another fight, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm done." So
I'm tired of literally brutalizing people for money.
yeah, I'm tired of just dominating the sport.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not?
I never watched a lot of Khabib's fight. Well, because I was never like into it. I knew about the Khabib Conor McGregor fight because Conor McGregor is like a household name at this point in time. Especially after the Mayweather McGregor fight, that was probably the biggest thing. So
Who won that?
Floyd did.
Floyd, yeah, makes sense. Every time I hear about McGregor, it's just him losing.
Yeah, now it is. Ever since he lost the I shouldn't say that. Ever since he lost the Mayweather fight, things went downhill for him. After that, and then I believe he's kept his title, and then Khabib fought him, he lost, and then McGregor was like, okay, I'm coming back, shaves his head, comes in, beating people up, and then he lost. Well, actually, I don't know who he lost to because I wasn't keeping up to it, but I know that he's lost to who is it? Poirier. I think it's they're gonna fight again, like for the third time, some shit. So that's interesting in July. But yeah, McGregor has, I don't want to say gone downhill, but he's definitely reached a plateau in his career. So
yeah, it's just all I hear is him losing and him like beating up people in bars and shit and like doing drugs.
Yep.
That's what I've heard about him.
No, I'm definitely excited for July because if he doesn't win this fight in July, then that'll probably be, well, I don't want to say it for the McGregor era, but that'll be like, yeah, it was cool, and now he's kind of he petered out. So
who's he going up against in the summer?
Well, it's the third fight against his name. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Dustin Poirier. Yeah, Dustin Poirier. And again, I haven't watched a lot of his fights either because I just kind of started getting into the UFC, but I'm pretty sure he is a UFC lightweight champion. So
okay, this is the weirdest thing though. It's like here's the thing. It's like Dustin Poirier. He looks like a frat dude. Okay, and McGregor looks like he looks like what I would expect like a 1920s like mob fighter to look like. You know what I mean? So
yes,
it's like some dude who fights for the Irish mob to pay off his debts.
Yes,
he gets absolutely blasted drunk every night. That's what he looks like.
An Irishman.
Yeah, exactly. And Poirier looks like just some frat dude who's good at beating the shit out of people.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I can see it. I can see it. With the haircut and like the face. His face is kind of like together, if you know what I mean. Like it's crunched, like a little.
Yeah,
I don't know.
kind
Everything just seems very close on Poirier's
he's
face.
he's got the frat dude face. That's the thing about him. That's what I think. Because all the frat dudes, it's like they have the same face shape. It's kind of like an oval, so that way when they get old, they look like a thumb. They all like shave, all like fucking like super tight, tiny glass sunglasses. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Yes,
Wear them
yes,
fucking backwards on the back of their heads, and they coach football.
yep.
Like, hey, that's gonna be you, Liam.
No.
You shave your head bald, coach football.
I'm not shaving my head bald anytime soon, and well, I don't know. We'll see.
Gain
We'll
100
see.
pounds.
I gain. I mean, if I gain 100 pounds, I'd be probably average weight. So, like 150. I could gain 50 pounds and be okay. So,
Yep.
you know, another thing that's been in the news too is Bill Gates just recently split up with Belinda Gates.
Dude.
And Jeff Bezos has split. Kanye has split. Well, I mean, Elon Musk has split many of times.
Yeah, him and Grimes. I don't know how they lasted this long, dude.
I couldn't tell you. Well, I could. They're both odd, but
Yeah, they're both weird as fuck. Especially Elon, but oh man, like the the billionaires are hot in the market right now. All we need is like a few more.
Oh yeah, and
Like Jack
the scariest part about Bill Gates, I don't know about Bezos, but I know Gates is there was no prenup, so she gets half of whatever he's worth.
Oh shit! Because I was gonna
So,
make a joke about like what they're gonna call their foundation. Is it just it's gonna be
Bill.
called the Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation?
Bill
But
and
no,
Melinda Gates. Oh no.
it's
I don't
just
think
the
so.
Bill Gates Foundation now. Plus Melinda helps a little
Plus,
bit.
yeah, Bill Gates plus Melinda.
But if they both have the same amount of money, dude, like I don't mean to sound misogynistic with that. I just meant that he's gonna be absolutely loaded, and she's gonna be like left in the dust. But if it's 50-50,
I'm
dude,
pretty sure it's 50-50.
Billy Boy's dropping. Finally, you know, he finally found a way to get rid of faster, spend it, I guess.
Exactly. Maybe he should have thought of this.
Get divorces done constantly. It's just like, please.
Just go get married again. Do it to another person. Homeless this time.
The only shitty thing is like being like the 10th person that he divorces to get rid of his money. It's like by then you're only getting like $100 million when you could be getting like
Exactly.
It's like, oh god damn it. Could have got in
Dang. Should have been the first one.
Yeah, it should have been Melinda, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna go in, man. I should text Billy Boy right now.
That's like well, I don't actually know. But my coworker had said to me today, which I don't know, I haven't read anything about it. He said it to me. He's not a known person to be right all the time. But he told me
this is a great source.
No, not at all. Not a good source. But just something that I was like, yeah, that would make sense if it's true. Okay, let's just put that out there. That would make sense if that's true. That Jeff Bezos' wife, ex-wife now, is the richest woman in the world. Not coming from a great source, but if it's true, it would make sense. So, I don't know. Could be the case. I don't know if there's a prenup. Sometimes prenups don't even go through. So, but
she's worth 53 billion.
53 billion, nice. So she probably did get almost half. I don't know if she's the richest woman on
Alice Walton was she the
richest woman on the planet?
Yeah, Alice Walton.
Alice Walton. What is she? Is she known for anything? Like, not to be rude.
No.
Was she like? Did she have like a business
Walmart.
background or Walmart? Okay.
It's Walmart. I was like, what? I feel like I recognize these guys.
Okay,
And
I
then
didn't know that.
Mackenzie Scott is the second richest.
Okay.
Dude, they got so much richer during the fucking pandemic, dude. It's crazy. But back in 20, at the start of 2020, it was listed as only 53 billion. And now,
Uh,
as of April 2021, it's 62 billion
for who?
for for the Walmart chick,
Oh,
Alice
okay,
Walmart.
okay, okay, okay. Well, Google's telling me that Jeff Bezos' wife is Mackenzie Scott, and she has a net worth as of April 17th, 2021, a net worth of $61.4 billion, making her the third wealthiest woman in the world. I don't know what list that's on, but anyway.
Oh shit. Hey, I mean,
Wikipedia, that's on Wikipedia's list, so.
billionaire Mackenzie Scott marries school. Fuck. I missed my chance, dude. She married a school teacher. That means we
Damn.
had a chance too, dude. That means
Dude, no way.
we could have had it all, man.
Or no, she was married from 1993 to 2019. That's what that's saying, right? Yeah, she's 51. I thought she was born in 1993. I was like, no.
No, someone born in 1993 looks like that.
No way somebody born in 1993 got married to Jeff Bezos. Well, I mean, maybe.
I don't know, dude. Billionaires are freaky.
You ever notice, like, what's up with Jeff Bezos's right eye?
Everything.
Ever notice that? Is that just lazy eye? Is that what that is?
I don't know, man.
Just look like he's winking at you all the
It's
time.
constantly twitching from the power.
Sup? He gives you a little ding. Maybe that's Amazon certified.
Dude, I've never noticed that before, but I hate it. Oh my god.
You don't like it?
It's like
It's
one
in,
eye is darker than the other.
it's in all of his photos.
It's a fucking robot eye. That's what it is, dude.
He's a
It's a-
cyborg.
he's watching you.
Probably what it is. That eye never closes.
He's like constantly recording everything.
Except I don't watch a lot about Jeff Bezos. I'm more interested in what Elon Musk is doing because half the shit he does is just
Batshit crazy.
batshit crazy. So it's fun to watch. But yeah, maybe I should. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter now because I mean, Jeff Bezos is like basically retired, so
Yeah.
he's no longer CEO of Amazon. So I don't think his life would be that interesting, really, other than what he's
I
investing
mean,
in. But
have Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos ever called someone a pedophile on Twitter? Like, let's be real.
have they? I don't know.
I don't think so.
What has Elon?
Yeah, Elon. Yeah. Do you remember when those kids got stuck in that cave in the Philippines or something like that? It was a bunch of
Oh
school
yeah,
kids.
that was that in October or was that in?
That was like 2 years ago, back in
Was
2019.
it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, man. That was a while ago.
no.
And there was a bunch of kids that got stuck in this thing, and this scuba diver was telling Elon Musk that his stupid fucking submarine wasn't gonna work and fit inside the fucking cave. And Elon Musk was like, "You're a pedophile," and then that shut that entire shit down. Elon Musk, his feelings got hurt, man.
I could see that.
I know, right?
I could see
It
that
fits,
happening.
it fits the image. That and like I don't I that's like exactly what happened
I can't
too.
even see Elon saying it. I can just see his Twitter account saying it.
You're a pedophile. Yeah, no, I can't.
Just
I
the
can't.
tweet.
And I want to be able to do his accent. He's got such a bizarre like way of speaking.
Yeah, I don't even know how he does it.
I feel like forever for now. I'm going to like associate like futuristic corporation, type people with like a South African accent.
Like a weird South African accent.
Yeah. Does Elon Musk have like a weird South African accent, or is it?
Maybe it's just because it's so. I don't know. It seems light to me, but I've never like met somebody full South African or heard anybody full South African speak. So I don't know. Maybe it is right. It just sounds like I don't know. Not an accent you hear very often. So maybe
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's just not South African. You don't hear South African accents very often.
not at all. I think New Zealand, definitely my favorite accent.
New Zealand or Australian, definitely. Because
Yeah, for sure. Because
I
you're like
love doing it.
you have a fucking like horny.
I have a
You're
hard on, like, so rock hard for Australia. It's not even funny.
it's crazy, and it's too bad. It's gonna be literal hell on earth once global warming kicks off and that shit starts melting off the face of the planet.
I don't care. I'll still go.
You'll still go.
I'll still
The
go, bro.
oceans will be boiling, and you'll be like, "Yeah, dude, I
I
want to
will
live in
go and
Australia."
chill. I rather
Well,
die.
listen,
I rather die in a fire than die in an ice cube.
I got one. Speaking of like places to visit, is I was looking at Buenos Aires.
Where's that?
That's the capital of Argentina, and I was like,
Okay.
it's bizarre because
You were talking about this
now
to me before, I think.
like
Maybe.
I'm white as shit, right? So of course I've got this false perception of South America where everything is like a cartel slum hole, but it's like it's like I would argue that like most of the countries in South America are like they're ranked higher than the United States. Chile, Argentina. Chile is on the level of Canada. So is Argentina, Uruguay. All these places. They're like bumping ass places. I really want to visit Buenos Aires because they call it like the Paris of South America.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
did not
it's
know that.
beautiful, dude. It is
Is
such
it?
a beautiful city. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's like,
Huh.
of course, it's fun. Yeah, of course. I never even looked in fucking South America. I always end up like looking at like India, like East. Like recently, the place that I've been looking at has been like the Eastern, Far East, kind of like once you get past Afghanistan,
Yeah. Once
all
you get
that kind
past
of
the arid wasteland.
shit. Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
It's like India and Mongolia and China and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
where I've been looking at. It's crazy how like cool all that play stuff is. Like yeah, listen to the music. I was telling you about this the other day. It's like I like listening to the music
Mm-hmm.
and the culture that these places have.
No,
But
for sure.
like I was like, I want to go check out some other place. So I just spun the globe around and I got to Argentina. It's like, oh, Buenos Aires, that place seems sick. And then I just dropped a fucking dude on the street view, and like, holy shit, man, what a beautiful city.
That's man. I'm gonna have to go look later. You got
You
me
got it.
just talking about it. I mean, no idea what it looks like, but
Get a
if you're
hard on
telling me it's
for
beautiful, then it's probably a good spot. So go look.
get a hard on for Buenos Aires, dude.
There's a lot of places I'd like to go, but well, Thailand, and Australia. Not Thailand, not right now, not at all, not even close.
No,
I wouldn't go to Thailand in 5 years.
why not?
Not with all this Corona
Oh, that's
crap,
fair.
bullcrap going on. I go in Australia first, but yeah, Thailand and Australia, and I think Thailand
Thailand is
more because of the culture, people.
yeah. Thailand seems like I definitely agree with you. For some reason, Australia is just like so like appealing for some reason to visit, but Thailand seems really cool.
Yeah,
Go hit up like all the east like Asian countries. They all seem like super cool to visit. All the culture and everything.
I think everything is just so. I don't want to. I don't want to say everything's ancient, but you know what I mean. Like it's just
Yeah, it
such a
feels
deep culture that is just
well when you
cool,
only learn like
fascinating.
European Eurocentric history, right? You only hear about like the stuff that like Europe did to the East, not like the culture and society that the East made for itself. I think India is like way underrated.
Yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, I'd agree with you with that. India is definitely underrated.
It's like crazy beautiful. Same with Russia. I
Yep.
think I think Russia is kind of like it's weird because the Cold War made you think like, oh, Russia's a fucking like dictatorship hellhole, which I mean,
Eh.
eh, but still, like, I'd visit, man. I'd go to like, you know, St. Petersburg.
Yeah, I'd go. The only gripe I have against Russia is it's cold.
Bro, we live in Canada, dog. Go
I
in the
know,
summer,
but I hate it.
dude. Go in. Yeah, I hate
I,
the cold too.
I don't hate Canada. I hate how it's cold. It's just Jesus.
Yeah, I'd want to go to like New Zealand. I think New Zealand is like if I was gonna live anywhere in the world
Could be New
in a
Zealand.
different place, I think I'd want to live in New Zealand.
I don't. I think. Well, it looks pretty too there too. Like the rocks and
Yeah,
like the
it's where they filmed Lord of the Rings, dude. I
yeah.
want to live I want to live in the Shire.
That would be a nice place.
I've
100%.
always said like if I was gonna move anywhere in the world, it would probably be like Germany,
Yep.
New Zealand. I might have to add Argentina onto that list, dude.
Probably not.
Argentina.
Well, yeah, that'd probably be an okay spot to live too. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the climate's more or less the same as like up here.
that's what I was. I was actually wondering about that the other day because I was like, Argentina and our axes on the globe are like the same but like opposite, if you know what I mean. So I was like, man, I wonder if they experience like similar weather to us. Oh,
Yeah, dude. Go down if you go on Google Maps, go into like the Patagonia. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's called the Patagonia National Park. It's the region encompassing like southern tip of South America.
mm-hmm.
It's like crazy beautiful. It's like BC.
I'll have to check that out. Google Maps.
I wonder what kind of like crazy shit inducing food they have down there too. If we ever go on like a bunch of like if we ever travel, dude, if we ever end up having a chance to travel together, that's something we got to do. Eat at a bunch of like
Definitely.
sketchy, eat at a bunch of sketchy like foreign restaurants.
Let's see. Oh my god, this place is massive. Like the what? How do you say it? Buenos Aires?
Yeah,
Massive. That's a big city. And it is here. Let me put myself on street. Look at this shit. I mean, it looks like a cool city to begin with. Oh yeah.
dude, just think of all the toilets we could demolish with some of the food in this place.
Go to every toilet in the city. It's like 20 million toilets.
It's like once you
Oh
start getting
damn.
in the downtown area, you start missing out on some of like the crazy architecture, but still, it's like
No, yeah. I see what you mean. Pretty cool.
there's lots of trees and everywhere, lots of grass.
God
It
damn.
looks basically like LA, dude. Like, I kind of think that like once you get out of like the center area, it kind of reminds me of like what I see of like LA.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. A lot of people are leaving. Well, I mean, this is kind of old news, but people are leaving LA and New York like big time because of all the taxing
A fucking course, dude.
that that Joe Biden has done. Which I don't really disagree with it. I think rich people definitely need to get taxed a little bit more. But
Yeah,
it's
dude.
been kind of crazy, like the amount of people who have been leaving. Apparently, there are no more U-Hauls in LA
Really?
as of right now. Yeah, because
No fucking way. Everyone's dipping,
everybody's been off taking U-Hauls, bringing them over to Texas and wherever else they're moving
dude.
to. So
If it was ever affordable at all to live in like fucking some of these places, say goodbye to your houses, people. Holy shit.
yeah, exactly.
Like if it goes up to like LA prices, man.
Should be bad. Should be real bad.
I can't blame them though. Like Austin, I think is like one of like is like a really pretty city.
I
Some
have
really
never looked at Texas on Google Maps. That is one place I've never looked at. I've looked at New York. I've looked at LA. I've looked at
It's because like
uh
95% of Texas is a shithole, dude.
been through West Virginia, but that was like a whole meme. Yeah, you're right. It's just desert.
Desert and
I've
farm.
been to goddamn Mexico. We were in Mexico there. We were doing a Google Map night.
Yeah.
So that was
I want
cool.
to talk
That was
about
interesting.
I want to talk about I had a note about Argentina. The Coca-Cola sign phenomena in South America is fucking insane. What is that about? Why is there Coca-Cola signs everywhere? Do you remember this when we were looking at that town in Mexico?
Yeah, I remember watching a YouTube video about it. I can't recite everything because I can't remember, but it was something about like it was like cheaper or something, and it's made with like real cane sugar, and people like it a lot, and it's like better or something. I don't know, something interesting like that. So like Coke's like a big thing down there. Apparently, it's
Really?
massive. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
I'm glad that you just had an answer off the top of your head. Like I didn't. I was wondering that. I was like, why the fuck
No, you
is
should. Yeah.
Coca-Cola?
Well, I can try to find the video for you, but it was really interesting. It's this big, like it's almost like is it KFC in China? I believe is like a big thing or something like that.
Oh, KFC in Japan. I've always heard.
Japan. Yeah, it's like it's I believe it's similar to that.
They get this shit
So,
on like Christmas.
it's like Coca-Cola is like this I don't want to say like specialty thing where people only get it on Christmas or whatever, but it's just like a drink that people will they drink all the time. Like it's almost like
Yeah,
water. Actually, now that I say that, I believe one of the reasons is it is cheaper than water. You will find Coke. I mean, yeah, I think you find Coke cheaper than water here too, but down there it's like way cheaper. You will find more Coke in convenience stores than you would find water because it's
that's
cheaper.
that's fucked up, dude.
That's wild. It's
That's the
absolutely
same as
wild.
like every time people buy they buy like a thing of ground beef and a sack of onions. And I'm like well like a bag of onions. It's like 5 or 6 onions. Anyway, I give the beef is cheaper than the onions. And every time they look at it weird and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." It's like wouldn't like the onions be cheaper, you'd think?
Yeah,
I don't I guess it's just because, we kill the cows around here and the onions we have to like ship in, but at the same time it's like fuck dude. Shouldn't the vegetables be the things that are being like mass produced and super cheap then?
that's a good point. I don't know. I mean, I guess well, like you said, it depends on the season too.
Dude, yeah, I want my vegetables to be the Coke and my
So
water to be the beef. All right.
that's that's fair. That's fair. Veggies, Coke, water, beef. Are you big veggie guy? Or are you
Yeah,
big
I am
veggie
now.
guy?
I'm huge. I'm a huge veggie dude. I would
Yeah,
be. I've thought about becoming a vegetarian
yeah.
if I get the chance. I'd like totally dip my toes in there. What am I saying? Get the chance. If I fucking like muster up the fucking willpower to
That's
to
the
go
thing.
vegetarian.
That's the thing about that stuff. But I've thought about that too, and I'm just like, man, like it's also hard because if I was like living on my own, I feel like it almost be a little bit easier because like everybody in my house likes to eat and whatnot. So
I I think the first thing I would
it's
do
like
is I'd cut
harder.
out like red meat because red
Yeah.
meat's really the thing that's fucking up the environment.
Not only that, it's not like the greatest thing
Yeah,
for
it's not
you.
healthy for you. I think if I was and
Fish and chicken,
I
sticker to
yeah, and I care about like, the practices of like the meat industry, but at the same time, I'm like I'll start with the beef first, cut that out cuz chicken, I mean, chicken is poggers, dude.
chicken is pog. So is fish. Salmon, cod, halibut, haddock.
I'm not a big fish dude. Can never get into it.
No, not even like what about like seafood?
Seafood in general I can't do.
Hmm.
I took 2 oceanography classes, the dissections and learning about fish and shit.
Is
I don't
that is
know.
that what turned you off?
It really did because before I never had an issue, but then I don't know, like there was one time I tried eating like a fucking lobster wrap and I was like, dude, this is just I'm eating a big insect. I legit it's a fucking huge bug, man.
should
Knowing
go
like how
and
this
should
thing
go and eat
works.
like fried scorpions or something in
Fill them
like
with chocolate, fill them with cheese.
oh yeah, that's right. You're right though. We right. This should be a thing. It really should. I'm
We
glad you
yeah,
brought that up because this should be the ending point of this podcast. The fact that
yeah.
fill insects with cheese and chocolate. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's
bad.
that's the thing that inspired this whole thing was we we had this conversation one night where we were like, oh shit, like we it was just like what came out of nowhere. I think it came from me asking like why plants have fruit or something like that,
Yes. And it was
and it
like
just
this small ass fruit and shit from way back when.
and then I somehow it involved to talking about like insects and like eating bizarre. Oh yeah, it was like we were talking about like how our ancestors must have been fucking stupid as shit to just be eating like shit out of the ground. It's just like anything for food, man. So, and then we were talking about like weird like foods from around the world, and it's like insects. Is there any way that we could like make insects more appetizing to people? It's like cheese and chocolate, pump them full of that shit. Like hollow out all the stuff and make it just like the shell.
I honestly, I think it's revolutionary. We need to start a business.
We could be the next Elon Musk. We could be calling people pedophiles on Twitter all we want.
The next, yes, we could. And telling them that their cameras are stupid. They'll never work. They shouldn't be saving
Their
people's lives.
submarines. Their submarines are fucking stupid, dude.
They should be eating our product. You can fill them with anything. You know, it doesn't just have to be cheese and chocolate. It can be anything that's gooey. You know,
Cotton candy,
cotton.
gum,
Yeah, cotton candy.
chewed gum,
That's not a bad one. Chewed gum. I like it. Caramel.
caramel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why
Shit.
chewed gum. It's like taffy. That's it.
Sriracha. That might
Sriracha.
not be bad.
Dude,
Actually, if you just dipped like the insect in like hot sauce, that might not be bad.
all right. I'm not
That
letting
might
this
be.
turn into an advertisement for sriracha, dude.
That might not sriracha advertisement.
I say we should just end it here.
Okay, I agree. We should talk more about this though.
Yeah.
More things we can dip. Not only insects, but anything that can be dipped. We'll talk more. All
All
right.
right, guys.
Do you want to sign off? Sign off.
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want to say. You know,
I mean,
the
all right.
usual.
I mean,
Been a good one.
yeah, it has been a good one. This was fucking hilarious. Just talking about like fucking shit for half of it, dude.
That was the
God
best part.
damn it. God damn
Shit.
it. God damn it, dude.
Love
Poo
it.
poo pee pee. Anyway, all right. That's been the podcast. That's been the shit. Peace.